One of our newest allies, Hassa, has called us into a war against the Mamluks, and we might actually have to deal with them because they have military access through Karkoyunlu. And I prefer not to actually, but might have to. We've also declared a war against Baluchistan, and that will be over soon. I can actually fabricate a second claim on Hormuz. Our first one is on their capital. Actually, it's not their capital. Do any of those, aside from Hormuz, have important centers of trade or anything? Muscat does. Sure, let's fabricate there. Who is Hormuz allied with? Hadramut, Yas, and Transoxiana. Okay. And we'll siege down Gwadar's capital. Or Baluchistan's capital, which is Gwadar. I haven't seen the Mamlukian fleet yet. So I'm going to go and blockade, I think. National Epic has expired for us. I'm going to recall the diplomat that's fabricating claims in Hormuz, and I think send them up to Transoxiana. Because they are allied with Great Horde, Hormuz, and Ajam. Ajam is allied with Hassa and Transoxiana. Okay. Bourgeoisie requests privileges. Grant them or deny. Either way, we lose admin power. And one estate loses loyalty, another gains it. It's only 10 in either. I'll actually grant or deny their privileges. Oh wait, was one diplomatic power and the other, I don't know, something. This war should be over quickly. Lenient taxation and Timurids has ended. I don't think I need the Diplo rep anymore. I'll take land acquisition for core creation cost. Which will help in coring Lahore and anything else that I get. Bangladesh has been annexed by Sind. One of our generals died. Ottomans declared war on Venice. Are we going to win that naval battle? It took a long time. So, let's have our ships go to Mogostan. And alright, we've got Nagar to worry about as well. Debate over Sufi practices. Muslim scholars were not united on the question of the permissibility of Sufism. Most appreciated the heightened levels of religious devotion inspired among the general population, some disapproved of how certain Sufis expressed their faith. Poetry and song about wine and illicit love, as well as communal dancing and veneration for the tombs of those regarded as saints, could at times provoke opposition from more hardline elements of the ulema. Support the hardliners. We'll gain legalism. And I can't get out. I don't think I can fully annex them right now, can I? No. Alright, we'll sit and wait for now. Come on, Bamanus. I'm at war, so they're not going to want to do that anyway. I cannot drill in a province I do not own. So let's drill with the guys we can. And actually all of our generals. I'm not going to get involved in the Mamluk War if I can avoid it. Hormuz annex somebody. Okay, let's get on that. Why are we losing money right now? Oh, we're rooting out a lot of corruption. We've got quite a bit of overextension as well, so that doesn't help. Hey, Lahore will actually be our last center of trade once we core it. I think it requires it to be a core, not a state core, right? If at least 5 all-owned provinces, one of the following must be true. Coastal center of trade or inland center of trade controlled by its owner have a core. Yeah. We can fabricate a claim on Transoxiana. Or we can't. Maybe we already have a claim? Yeah, we need 25 or something. We have a few claims, so it's going to be more than that. Why am I even trying? Who else is Ajam allied with? Just Hassa and Transoxiana? Okay. Hormuz and Oman want military access? No. Currently gaining how much army professionalism? Probably close to 0.1 or probably close to 1% per year. Yeah. Poland has a major coalition against them, don't they? Oh, no, not a major one, just a coalition. And I can make Lahore a core. The city of Kandahar, as custodians of the holy mosques of Kandahar, we are responsible not only for the holy shrine. A state that claims this honor is also expected to fend for both the population of the holy cities as well as the pilgrims they attract. For this purpose, many rulers have devoted great resources, both within the cities themselves and large tracts of faraway farmland, in order to feed and maintain the area. Some say Masood II has not been paying the attention to these cities that they deserve. That pilgrims are no longer safe, and there is great want in the streets of Kandahar. National tax modifier for 20 years or 15 years, or 1 stability. That is a lot of money. So that's a lot of money over the course of a lifetime. I'll take the hit. Kind of sucks because I was already at 0 stability. And now I'm opening myself up to large amounts of rebellion. Doesn't help that we had the alright, we can get cannon now. Though I don't know if I actually want to. Or if I can afford it. We are at 45 out of 47. 45 out of 47 force limit. Mamluks are sieging down Hassa, or Hassa, or whatever you want to call it. I'd really like for Baluchistan to want out of this war, and they might in a few months. I can make some states. Gaining quite a bit of manpower. Or not quite a bit of manpower, we're finally gaining manpower. I can almost get Diplomatic Tech 7. Would my merchant be better down in... Let me recall my merchant and see what happened. No, try to collect from trade in Hormuz, see what happens. So right now we're making 6.9 gold from trade. And it just went down. So the only two that flow in are Samarkand and Basra. So let's just go back to collect, or damn it. Transfer. And now we're back up to a normal amount of trade. The Mamluks are being incredibly stupid about this whole affair and not just going straight for their capital, for the capital of Hassa, and well, I don't care. Give them military access for now. Whoever it is. We fight, the past fights back. Dedication to a more liberal understanding of the place of the citizen in the state means that our neighbors have branded us a rogue nation committed to undermining the traditional rights of crown, church, and guild. Can we only trust those that think as we do? Well, I'm actually going to appoint 2 diplomats to improving relations with allies, just to keep them high. The other one will do whatever I need him to do. And we can fully annex Baluchistan. And we'll lose more money from having too much overextension. Our heir is now a scholar. We've lost the humiliate rival CB against Mamluks? Why? Are we still allied with? I didn't even check. Yeah, we still have our alliance with Hassa. I can actually get them up to 190 without sending a gift or anything. I just realized something, and I'm surprised I didn't think of this earlier. I'm a great power. I'm rank 3 great power. Growth of the administration. As the state and its bureaucracy grow, there is an ever-growing need of people to oversee and administrate various lands and functions. The emirs have traditionally been more associated with military services to the state, but have increasingly made it clear that they still expect to be first in line when government offices are being handed out. Merchant guilds, on the other hand, claim that the emirs consider such appointments as mere rewards and will use them only to enrich themselves. Instead, the merchant guilds argue we should appoint men out of individual merit. The unexpected death of a trusted secretary has left a vacant position to be filled at the center of this conflict, with the merchant guild supporting one candidate and the emirs expecting us to pick another. While both candidates are talented men, this has to be a political decision. Noble counselors, we get +1 diplomatic relations. The emirs gain loyalty and influence, and I don't want them to gain influence. Global trade power +10%, and the emirs lose loyalty and merchant guilds gain influence and gain loyalty, which I'm fine if the emirs lose loyalty, just not that much. Global trade power is pretty big. Let us turn to the ulema instead, or let us turn to the demi instead. I think no, like the gaining of the influence for the emirs would be bad, so I think I will take the hit to their loyalty for a few months. And I'll take the global trade power for not a few months, it'll probably be a few years, but global trade power +10% for 10 years? Sure. We can get Diplotech 7. Is there anything built here yet? Quite a bit, actually. Alright, that's fine. We're making Lahore a core right now. I kind of want to build a castle in Yasuj. Is there anywhere else I would like to build a castle instead? Mountains in Mashad. Trillian's Kulob has highlands. Either way, my border with Transoxiana is pretty open. So I think I am going to build the castle in Mashad. Disloyal states. Okay, the Emirs. Okay, their influence has come down a little bit. And we have Peasants' War. Possible. How can we fix that? Okay, we have to get up to 50% manpower. And our stability is low. It'll suck if we get the Peasants' War. So we're gaining, what, 2%? 2 or 1.5 each month. Stability less than 1. We need to get our stability up to at least 1. But I don't want to do that unless we have cored everything. So I'm going to push the speed up to 5. And let both our manpower recover. We're still on the Riches of India objective. We need 3 more provinces, or 2 more provinces, in order to form the Mughals. One is Delhi, and the other was Central Doab. Okay. I'm going to recall this diplomat and offer vassalization to Hassa. And now we technically have borders with the Mamluks, or... Oh, okay, I thought the Mamluks had that vassal. Medina is a vassal, though. So, yeah, we do have... our vassal borders the Mamluks' vassal. And out of curiosity, so... I mentioned that I was a great power. Would Jaunpur be willing to break their alliance with Multan? No. Okay. Alright, that's interesting. That's what I was looking at earlier whenever I was thinking I was a great power. I can possibly break alliances with, like, force people to break their alliances with others. Bamanis will take an alliance. We'll wait for that at the end of the month. Bamanis is only allied to Jaunpur. Jaunpur got big. They conquered land into Tibet. But still, I'm going to take the royal marriage next. And we are allied with Bengal, so we don't have to worry about that truce breaking. Currently losing 2 gold a month for corruption. I really need to worry about the Peasants' War. We need 20,000 manpower in order for... I mean, I can end it right now, and if it comes to me ending it right now, I will take the 7,000 manpower if I can to boost it above. I would actually get less than that. Speaking of manpower, I should build like a barracks in my capital. I should have, whenever I had the money. But nope, I went with the castle in Mashhad instead. People are leaving the coalition against Poland. Are all of my allies maxed out? No. I still think there's the automatic diplomat, or the diplomat macro builder is a little bit broke, or like buggy, not sending diplomats to improve relations as much as they can or something. Because they weren't sending them to Bamanis. The citizens of Termes have grown tired of the local influence of greedy Yarkan merchants that they claim are using unfair advantages to outcompete local businesses. We've gotten this event before. Yarkan can get local trade, or competition is good for everyone. They get unrest and more goods produced, which I think... Well, let's go with the trade thing, just to decrease the... Anyway, going to max out my relations with my most powerful allies. We are allied with the Ottomans and Bamanis. And... Bengal and Chagatai. Let's improve our relations with Chagatai, who has rebels right now. National separatist rebels. Ajam has embraced the Renaissance. New Madrasa. Prominent citizens of Lahore have made a number of charitable donations for the establishment of a new madrasa in Lahore. For 10 years we get local development cost and local tax modifier and local missionary strength. Guess that's pretty good. That's finished. We have Punjabi separatists. It have 31k. Doaba, Sirhind, Sialkot, Mergala, Lahore. I'm willing to pay 6 extra admin points to increase my, or 12 extra admin points to increase my stability to a reasonable level. And I'm going to hold off on wait, what are my... Okay, so we have tolerance of heathens at 1.2 and tolerance of heretics at 1.7. Alright, I'd say that's good. And now how many are uprising? 18,000 in Doaba and Sirhind. Those are also Punjabi separatists. I'm going to take these guys off of Drilling. When do we get our next idea group? It's level 7, right? Meaning I'm kind of behind on admin tech. Kind of. Am I gaining? No. I was wondering if I was gaining corruption for unbalanced tech, but not yet. I can get a land maintenance modifier guy. So I have all 5 of my Diplo relations filled out. Yeah. So do I really need the... Wait a minute. Okay, I was wondering if I should have these guys in one of these provinces, but no, there's really no reason for that. If I had a theologian, I could get unrest even lower. Pilgrims are safe. Our efforts to protect those of our subjects who seek to perform their pilgrimage to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina have paid off. It is now long since there was a last raid and the realm is at peace. Gain 10 prestige. Our prestige is actually pretty good. We've maxed out relations with the Ottomans. How much is our overextension raising our unrest? Not enough to bring that all the way down. But, actually, hold on. Will that lower unrest in those places down to 0? It will. Ha! Good. That works. So now we've only got 11k that will rise up in for the Punjabi separatists. And once the diplomat from the Ottomans gets back, I will send them to someplace else. Actually, I'm going to try the macro builder again. See if that... No. Playing the courts. While the Hanafi school is the officially sanctioned school of the empire, there are many courts and cadis throughout our lands, and all 4 of the schools of faith are deemed appropriate for civil procedures. This means that to some extent it is possible to play the courts by bringing a case before a cadi of a school considered more likely to give a beneficial ruling to a specific case. An entrepreneuring merchant in Maimana has become so good at this that it has angered not only the local population and his business competitors, but also the local governor. There is not much we can do about this without making inroads into the privileges of the ulema. We get more legalism, and the ulema get 10 loyalty. And Balk gets local goods produced minus 25% with local autonomy. Hold on, before I do that. Let's max, or we're already increasing our relation with Chagatai. Let's go with Bengal. Now Bengal's pretty close to being maxed as well. Oman's done. So what's the other option? Move towards mysticism. Ulema loses 10 loyalty, and they get local unrest and 50% state modifier. Or state maintenance modifier. What was the bulk? The bulk region or area? Okay, so it's that one. So there's cotton there. Cotton there, and it's all cotton. Yeah, I'll take the hits to goods produced. But, I don't know. Still, I'd say not doing too bad. In a few months, maybe a couple of years, the Sirhind, the separatists in Sirhind will go away. Because separatism will go down every year, I think. Yeah, 0.5 every year until 1499. Thank you, Humanist Ideas.